And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the lady of the house, Miss Brenda Moss, a.k.a. Lady D.
Brenda Moss, Lady D. Brenda Moss, here I am, Brenda Moss, a.k.a. Lady. Welcome everyone to Let's Jazz It Up. Brenda Moss, Brenda Moss, Brenda Moss, Brenda Moss, Brenda Moss, a.k.a. Lady D.
Keep it 100. For the best in hip-hop music, keep it locked right here on Let's Jazz It Up, blogtalkradio.com with your girl, Lady Diva.
Lady Diva, this is your house. You got it like that.
All right, then.
Yeah, y'all, it's Lady Diva live on Let's Jazz It Up, blogtalkradio.com. Holla at your girl.
Well, all right, here we are back on air. This is your host with the most, Brenda Moss, a.k.a. Lady Diva, here on Lady Diva Live Radio. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. Phone lines are open as of right now. You could call my guest line number, 657-383-0771. I have a return artist, ZenLarge. He is back. He has returned with some new music. Welcome, ZenLarge. Welcome back.
Hey, thanks, Brenda. It's great to be back. Thanks for having me.
All right. And where are you calling from?
So I'm in Cary, North Carolina. It's just outside of Raleigh. It's a great little town.
Okay,
it's sweltering hot right now, but it's if that's the worst thing that I've got to deal with today, I'll be all right.
Well, as long as you stay cool, because we need you to come back. So,
yeah.
So what you been doing the last time you were on my platform, which was back in 2020? Tell us what you've been up to.
Oh, man. Well, I have to tell you, my life is a lot different now than what it was back then. So ended up and getting out of a marriage that I was in and, kind of having to rebuild my life from scratch. Mm-hmm. And but I tell you what, it's so much better now than what it was before.
Oh, well, bless your heart.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Bless your heart.
Oh, thank you. So, yeah, for me, I'm all about living the Zen lifestyle. Having peace of mind and peace in my inner world, peace in my outer world, and there's nothing that can mess up your Zen like being in a bad relationship. So my life is definitely much more peaceful. I'm living that Zen life now, and it's just every day is a great day.
Well, that's good to hear. So, since you talk about the Zen life so much, explain to others what is Zen and Zen life.
Yeah, so there are different meanings of the word Zen. A lot of words have multiple meanings, right? So there is a religion called Zen that's out of Japan, and this isn't what that was referring to. This is more in the West. The concept of Zen often has to do with just being at peace, like having peace of mind, and not letting the world around you affect that peace.
Yeah.
If you're stuck in traffic and you're running late for an appointment, you can get angry. You can honk, you can lay on your horn, you can yell at the people in front of you for being stupid, for why are you not going? The light turned green, or you can choose to not let that affect you and be like, you know what, like I don't have any control over that. I'm not going to let that ruin my day. I'm going to,
right.
I've got a lot
right.
of good things going for me right now. This is nothing. This is no thing. So that's
right.
for me. That's what Zen is all about. Is having that inner peace. Even if your outer world is not peaceful, in your inner world, in your mind, you're at peace.
Right. Well, thank you for that information. Thank you, because others were curious to want to know. And while others that are listening that are curious, I'm going to give a few details about ZenLarge. Now, this showcase will be playing new music by ZenLarge. ZenLarge is an artist from Raleigh, North Carolina, who layers rap vocals or hip hop vocals over funk, R&B, jazz, and rock fusion music. Is there any other information you would like to give the curious listeners out there about the artist ZenLarge?
Sure. So, I call myself ZenLarge because my Zen is large, and also I can help you to enlarge your Zen. One of the things that is really important to me is personal development, in growing, healing, and, my personal brand of personal development, really has that focus on living the Zen life. So, I want to, grow myself. I view my purpose as to grow and to help others grow. So when you listen to my music, you'll hear that that's a common theme in my music. I like to rap about growth, about living the Zen life. And, I have a podcast myself called the ZenLarge Show, where I talk about these topics and interview people that are in that sphere of growth and personal development.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he does, everyone. Now, last time you were on my show, we was talking about the track Two Worlds. I'm going to play a little snippet of it to remind everyone that this was you.
In one world, you've got ZenLarge, a 40-something-year-old guy living the American dream. A good job, a house in the suburbs, wife, kid, 2 dogs, surrounded by a bunch of spoiled, entitled Americans. Then you've got balls, an 8-year-old rapper out of Lagos, Nigeria, a true baller. Well, his world's not exactly like that. Two worlds.
So that track there is available on major streams online. Go ahead and give the information where anyone could find this track at.
Yeah, so if you listen to streaming services, it's on all the major streaming services. You can go to the best places to find me online would be to go to the social media, go to YouTube, search for ZenLarge. It's all one word. Go to Facebook, search for ZenLarge. Instagram. Those are my primary ones. So you'll find my music at these spots.
Right. So, and also included with your podcast as well, correct?
That's right. Yep. Correct.
Yes. So as we move along, we're going to talk about the newest track song, which is called ZenWarrior. Now, what's the story behind this track here that you would like to tell us?
Yeah, so this ZenWarrior is my theme song. This is my signature. It's basically it's all about living the Zen life, and I talk about the opening lines of the song is like walk through the fire without feeling the flames, sit cross-legged in captivity, not feeling the chains, and it's about just maintaining that peace of mind while the world around you might be falling apart, but not letting that affect you.
Wow, those some powerful words right there, because a lot of people are going through things right now with the inflation and people getting sick. So we need all the encouragement we can. And I noticed that with this track here, I love it because you have blended some jazz in there, and you have some other artists that's in there. Can you give them the names?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, the song is produced by Solar, and so for me, it's a great honor and privilege to work with Solar because if you search for jazz rap artists on Google, he's worked with 5 of the top 8 that come back, right? Mm-hmm. And some of my favorite jazz hip hop albums are the Jazzmatazz albums, which he produced all of those. So so that was really cool that he got to produce the song, and then he's also featured on it. He's a vocalist featured on the song as well towards the end. So it was really cool getting to work with him, and he really helped me to elevate my product to a much higher level, to really make it professional. The song was much more professional than when it started. I started off with a demo, that I sent him, and he's taken that to a whole new level. And then the video is just like night and day. I mean, it's like a whole other stratosphere compared to anything I'd done before, with the professionalism that he brought in and his keen eye for, for artistic things, both visually and the audio, the music. So that's pretty cool. And then, one of the things ZenLarge told me, if you look at like the Jazzatazz albums, he's got all kinds of jazz artists featured on the music, even though it's hip hop, and so he's like, you need to get yourself a jazz artist featured. So I was like, I don't know anybody, right? And just getting started, but I'm like, I do know one guy, my mentor, Tony Saunders, who just so happens to be like probably the best bass player in the world. He's amazing on the bass, and he's had several tracks get up to like #1 in the jazz charts. A couple albums get up to #1 in the jazz charts, and he's played with everybody. He's played with Earth, Wind and Fire. He's played with Jerry Garcia, dozens more big names. And so I reached out to him and was like, Tony, could you help me out on this track? I got this superstar producer working with me. Could you help to bring a little fire to the track? And he was gracious enough to be a featured artist on the track too. So he's laying down some bass lines in there that is real nice touch to it. I love his addition to it. And then ZenLarge also brought in Dave Scott, a flute player, who has worked with him for years, was part of the 7 Grand Players, toured all over Europe with him, and so that part of the flute addition to it was real nice as well. So I've getting the opportunity to work with these big names and established professionals has been really great, because for me it's been, I'm still just trying to break in, right? So they've taught me a lot and helped to bring the song ZenWarrior to a level that I just couldn't have reached it on my own. So that's been really an awesome experience.
Now, you sound like you're very proud of this track and the others. Well, will y'all be working again on another song?
Yeah, I sure hope so. Me and ZenLarge talk all the time, and we'll see what comes after this. We want to get this one out, and there's actually been it's out on YouTube, but there's been a delay in getting it out on the streaming. So hold on a second here. I'm actually getting a call. Let me just decline this real quick. So but yeah, like hopefully, to answer your question, hopefully. So there's a good cast to work with.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and spin the track, which is called ZenWarrior. You stay in that hot seat, ZenLarge. We'll be right back. Here is ZenWarrior.
In captivity, not feeling the chains. Feel the earth shake and watch the mountains fall. Walk through the icy river, not cold at all. Not listen to the stories that I tell myself. Not listen to the stories about power and wealth. Not believing that things will ever set me free. More physical possessions on what I need. Got the state of mind in the savoir-faire. I'm reading Don Miguel Ruiz on Vanity Fair. Poised and calm, confident, collected. Self-knowledge and self-respected for the feelings that I'm feeling and the thoughts that I've been thinking and the emotions that are flowing and the actions that are speaking louder than words to others, yes, but more importantly to myself. ZenWarrior, fresh next door to ya. Sprinkle state of mind, no doubt me and more to you with clearer awareness. One pointed state of mind, 7 factors of awakening carried at my side. Call me what you want, it means nothing to me. Fat, ugly, super drunk, pig, filthy sleep. The Frankenstein, monster, goblin, ghoul, or fiend. Juvenile delinquent, not more than a flea. A stupid jerk, dunce, jackass, idiot. An imbecile, mother sucking, scumbag, piece of shit. Your insulted words don't mean nothing to me. With the peaceful state of mind, always setting me free.
Feeling like this world will never change. Wonder what it takes to stop the lessons learned around. Feeling like this world will never change.
my mind like my ABCs. I want to help you free your thoughts from the sick disease. Join me on the path to the promised land. I got the GPS locked, just take my hand. You gotta heal your wounds and process all your trauma to be a Zen mother sucker like the Dalai Lama. Socrates said it without any misgiving. Let in an exhibit, life is not worth living. It takes a little introspection and self-reflection if you want to clear your mind of the dark infection. This is how we do it, and this is how we're living, and this is what we're thinking, and this is what we're giving as we spend our lives purposely connected to the people all around us, so loved and respected. In the end, the only one to bring you peace is you. Don't want to lose that inner peace no matter what you do. There'll be moments when you'll just have to power through, but set a high standard for yourself to live up to. Miguel Ruiz and Carl Rogers, G. Early, Carl Jung and Marshall Rosenberg, David Allen, Dick Schwartz, Daniel Brandon, Byron, Katie, Joseph Murphy, Gary Van Warmerdam, standing on shoulders and seeing farther, taking miles and men, making it larger, honing our blades, we're gonna get much sharper. I'm leaving on a journey, don't miss the departure.
Feeling like this world will never change. Wonder what it takes to pass the lessons learned around. Feeling like this world will never change. The new direction we need coming from inside you.
ZenWarrior, interplane master traveler, I bring peace to the galaxy. Funky alien souls heal the wounds of the mental slaves living in cages made by greed, lust, and envy. Can you feel me? ZenWarriors, time to rise. ZenWarriors, time to rise. Time to rise. ZenWarriors. ZenLarge, ZenLarge. So long. 7 grand, 7 grand.
All right, that is ZenWarrior, everyone. Check them out online. It's streaming now. ZenLarge. Go ahead and give your website information and your social media information as well.
Yeah, sure. So my website is zenlarge.co, not .com, .co. So that's right now that just goes to my Bandcamp page, but I'm actually in the process of putting up a new website for that. So, but yeah, I mean, probably the best place for me to find me is on YouTube. If you go there and just search for ZenLarge, again, it's all one word, ZEN large, and or on Facebook or Instagram. So.
All right, and thank you for that information. So, what would be that ultimate desire, ZenLarge, of what you want all the fans and curious listeners out there to get out of this new track, ZenWarrior?
Well, in the track, I pay homage to the great Zen masters, past and present. I talk about Socrates and Don Miguel Ruiz and the Dalai Lama and a lot of people in psychology like Carl Jung and Carl Rogers and Dick Schwartz and if people could have some curiosity about some of these people I talked about. I talk in there about I have this line. Set a high standard for yourself to live up to. And then I list off my mentors. I go, it's like Don Miguel Ruiz and Carl Rogers, J. Early, Carl Jung, and Marshall Rosenberg, David Allen, Dick Schwartz, Nathaniel Brandon, Byron, Joseph Murphy, Gary Van Warmerdam. Then so people could, have some curiosity about that and start looking into that and see, because I have to tell you, I mean, that through these mentors of mine, these great Zen masters of the past and of the present, they've helped me to dramatically improve my life and bring peace into my life. And I want that for everyone, so it's like maybe if the listeners out there got even half of what I get out of these folks, I mean, they will be singing they will be so grateful to me because they'll be like, oh my gosh, because my life is so much better. Because I know how much better my life is, so I have tremendous gratitude towards these other people that have come before me and their teachings that have been so helpful.
Well, thank you for that information. Wow. It's really like a mindset thing, and it's making you more aware of your surroundings and the people that are in your life, and your mindset mainly centered in a peace of mind, because we're living in difficult times right now, and we need all the encouragement we can get. But your mindset has to be very strong in dealing with a lot of bad elements that are surrounding you. And it's good that I'm happy for you, ZenLarge, that you found a way of living that is good for you. And not only that, you're telling others. So I say thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to help in any way I can. And I should have told you a long time ago. My name is ZenLarge. My friends call me Zen, so you don't have to keep calling me ZenLarge if you don't want to. Zen for short. So yeah, but it's, you're right though. Times are tough. Times are. There's always going to be a struggle. It's we've got struggles today. The people came before us had their struggles, and the people before them their struggles. And there's a lot to it. I mean, maintaining a positive mindset is really important. Surrounding yourself with positive people is really important.
Mm-hmm.
And healing your wounds, like your psychological wounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's important. I mean, we've all got our baggage, right? I don't know anybody who doesn't have some kind of baggage they're carrying with them. Because we don't live in a perfect world. We grow up in a world where there's bad stuff happening, for lack of a better way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to leave its mark, but it doesn't mean you can't better yourself, right? Like,
yeah.
So if you learn, you don't have to figure it out yourself. You can learn from what other people have already figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then start small. Just make
Mm-hmm.
small changes can make a huge difference, and they add up. They accumulate over time. So
that is true.
Sometimes people feel like it could be like an insurmountable hole that they're inside of. And that there's no way out, and they lose hope. But I can tell you that there is hope out there. If you're listening to this and you feel like that, there is hope out there, and just start with something small. You don't have to fix it all at once. Just fix one little thing.
Yes, and thank you for that. Wow. So I'd like to ask you, will there be any future projects you want to tease us about that you're working on?
Yeah, actually. So it's actually what I was just saying. It really leads into one of my next songs, and it's a big proponent of mental health. And there's a song that I sample a song from the Spin Doctors called it's called the Jimmy Olsen Blues. But people will know from the song he talks about I got a pocket full of kryptonite. So I sample that part as he's like, I got a pocket full of kryptonite. But the song itself is about I'm talking to a friend, and my friend, she's going through something. She's struggling, and she's like, whatever it is, I don't actually say what it is. It's like it's a mental health thing. It's anxiety. It's depression.
Mm-hmm.
It's maybe she's thinking about suicide or something like that. And she's made this thing out to be so big in her mind that she can't beat it. It's invincible. It's like Superman to her.
Mm-hmm.
And in the song, I'm like, look, what you're dealing with, it ain't no Superman, and you know what, I can help you with this thing. Let me help you. I've got a pocket full of kryptonite.
Right.
Together we're gonna get past this, and
right.
And so that's another song I've got brewing that it sounds like I've been playing it with I just got a band together. And it sounds fantastic playing it with a band. It's a lot of fun to play, and it's got a nice little funk. It's like a funk rock song with hip hop lyrics.
Okay, then great.
Yeah. So it's super fun. I can't wait to get in the studio though and record it. So that's going to be a fun one. Somewhere down the road here. Hopefully before 2022 is out. That and among other songs will be coming out from ZenLarge Studios.
Well, thank you for that information. Wow. I'll be looking forward to it. I really love your style, your vibe, because you have lyrics and music and your mindset all put together is to help mankind and the mental health of each and every person worldwide. And I really like it about you, ZenLarge. So keep doing what you're doing, because I'm right behind you, supporting you.
Oh, thanks, Brenda. You know, it's really rewarding. You know, I'd like to say I'm this big selfless guy that just cares about other people, but you know, it feels good. I'm like, you know, is it being selfless if it feels good to me to help others? You know what I mean? I'm like, am I being selfish by helping others? Because I feel good when I help others.
Well, that's a blessing, and plus it's a part of human nature. God built us up to be that way, to help each other, the human race. And I wouldn't call that selfless. It's just a part of you being human, and you're letting that natural Zen about yourself come out. Some people would not understand that, because most people are used to seeing negativity, seeing incompatible things, and they're so used to that life. Here you come with this great spirit. They're like, who does he think he is, you know? So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, no, it's just all about you being the human part of yourself that's natural, and it's coming out, and it's a natural way of you helping out. And see, people are not used to helping each other. See what I'm saying? And here you come. You are a great example. So you keep doing what you're doing. We need people like you in this world. That's all I got to say. So
thanks, Brenda. That really means a lot.
I love who you are, because we need people like you. We need people, not want. We need people like you in this world. So as I move along, I like to ask you, you still using the instrument? And tell people what is it.
Yeah, I do, actually. Yeah, so the instrument, for those who didn't hear me on the first time, the instrument's featured on Two Worlds, the first track you played. I didn't actually put it on ZenWarrior, but
right.
I love playing that. It's an electronic instrument that it's so easy to play and sounds so beautiful and so expressive, and it really allows me to let my soul sing. You know, when I sit down and play, and just, you know, I usually will take solos on it. That's right. You know, more than playing rhythms or things like that. I'll get on there and I'll put on like a sax sound and take a sax solo, or put on a lead guitar sound and do a lead guitar, and I just let it sing. My soul sings through the instrument, you know, as I just kind of channel that inner muse, and that too is a really great reward. And that's you're definitely gonna see some more of the instrument from me in the future.
Okay. I was going to ask you that too. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you. So you're more than welcome at this time to give a shout out to all those lovely people that have been supporting you in the making of this new track called ZenWarrior. So go ahead and give the names and thank yous to all those people right now.
Yeah, sure. So I'm at the top. Solar has been amazing. My producer, he's really helped me to better myself and become better at my craft, and real professional. My mentor, Tony Saunders, has been awesome and supportive, and not to mention plays a killer bass line on the track. Dave Scott for the flute, he added in there. My family supporting me, my friends. It's to me, and and the fans out there also as well, giving me encouragement, telling me how I've had an impact on their lives as well, which gives me motivation to keep doing it. When I hear from people that say, hey, you really helped me out, like you helped me with, I was struggling with this thing, and my life is so much better now. Thank you so much for that. That gives me the motivation to keep doing it and to help more people because of that, right? So everybody out there who's ever gotten something out of it, and any of my podcasts, any of my music, and who's reached back to me and just said thank you to me, I wanted to thank you back just for that feedback, because that's we need that. We all need to be appreciated from time to time, right?
Right. So what I'm going to do is give you an applause, ZenLarge, that you keep on helping and keep on keeping yourself motivated. Keep on doing what you're doing, ZenLarge. It is helping people. They are catching up.
I will.
So
you keep doing what you're doing too, Brenda. This is like you're helping to spread my message, spread the artist's message of other artists, get them even if music, their music isn't necessarily about bettering themselves. It's still an expression of being alive,
Yeah.
And joy. Music brings joy to people.
Yeah.
And so and we all need that, right? We all need to have some music in our lives to help us with, it helps us to connect to being human,
Yeah.
Very different emotions come up, different experiences, different memories.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for what you're doing.
All right. Oh, my pleasure. So, with your wisdom and humbleness, can you go ahead and give any words of encouragement? Any words of encouragement you would like to give at this time, ZenLarge?
Sure. Well, let me just say that, back, it was probably 2007, 2008. My life was miserable. And I hated my life. I hated just about everything about it, And I took a look at myself in the mirror and was like, this has got to change. This has got to change. And I went out looking for answers, and I found them, And I'm just, I want everybody out there to know that, right now, my life is amazing. I live a great life. And every day, I'm so happy to be alive. And it's basically my life. I'm happy with all areas of my life. All areas of my life. I'm clicking on all cylinders, and so it's a complete 180 from where it was before. And you can have that too. It takes a lot of work, And I'm not going to say it's easy. I'm not going to say there's a short path there. There's not, but it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. You can have the life you want. It's just you just gotta find the answers that are out there. I've given you a pointer to a few of them, and songs like ZenWarrior. You can check out my podcast for some more. Hey, I don't claim to have a monopoly on the correct way to get there either. There's a lot of good people out there putting out great information. Now it's never been easier than before to find answers out there. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Go lean on the great Zen masters that have come before us, learn from them, and start making changes. Just like I said, it's just one step at a time. It doesn't have to be a big change. Start with small changes, and you can do it. I know you can. And I know that because I've done it. Yes.
Well, look for ZenLarge, everyone, online. And when does your podcast go on air? Weekdays or how?
Yeah, so I'm not terribly consistent about it. So
okay.
I just put out a podcast last Sunday, a week from, let's see, what is it? Tuesday's recording. That's about 9 days ago. I want to get more consistent about it and have it coming out, once a month, once a week, something like that. But right now I don't have a schedule. But yeah, check it out. I've got over 200 episodes in the past. So if there's plenty for you to listen to while you're waiting on me to put out my next episode. I'll just say that.
Okay, and check out ZenLarge on YouTube and major streams. Is that correct?
You got it.
All right. And we're going to end the show. I'm going to play ZenWarrior again and go to and check him out on all social media platforms and go to his website. Go to his website. And this is ZenLarge, everyone. ZenLarge, you are welcome to come back on your new music future projects. I love your music. I just love your mindset. I love your spirit. And I love your music. You keep doing what you're doing. You're a very humble person to easily fall in love with. And you just keep doing what you're doing. And more blessings to you and your newly found life. You're doing a very good job at what you're doing. I'm quite sure you could concentrate more on your music now, right?
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. So, if anyone misses this show, just tap this link for this show, and also this show is recorded and will be sent to other major networks and major streams. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and thank you, ZenLarge. We'll be talking back with you again. This is Lady Diva signing out. Is there anything else you want to say, Zen?
Just thank you so much, Brenda. It's been my pleasure.
All right. My pleasure as well. This is ZenWarrior, everyone, and have a good day.
In captivity, not feeling the chains. Feel the earth shake and watch the mountains fall. Walk through the icy river, not cold at all. Not listen to the stories that I tell myself. Not listen to the stories about power and wealth. Not believing that things will ever set me free. More physical possessions on what I need. Got the state of mind in the savoir-faire. I'm reading Don Miguel Ruiz on Vanity Fair. Poised and calm, confident, collected. Self-knowledge and self-respect for the feelings that I'm feeling and the thoughts that I've been thinking and the emotions that are flowing and the actions that are speaking louder than words to others, yes, but more importantly to myself. ZenWarrior, fresh next door to ya. Sprinkle state of mind, no doubt me and more to you with clearer awareness. One pointed state of mind, 7 factors of awakening carried at my side. Call me what you want, it means nothing to me. Fat, ugly, stupid, drunk, pig, filthy, sleep. The Frankenstein, monster, goblin, ghoul, or fiend. Juvenile delinquent, not more than a flea. A stupid jerk, dunce, jackass, idiot, an imbecile, mother sucking, scumbag, piece of shit. Your insulted words don't mean nothing to me. With the peaceful state of mind, always setting me free.
Feeling like this world will never change. Wonder what it takes to pass the lessons learned around. Feeling like this world will never change. Direction you need coming from inside you.
I put the Z in ZenWarrior, the P in peace of mind, the E in enlightenment. Follow me to find. Many won't listen, let them fall behind as I'm breaking y'all out of your daily grind. I'm brushing drama off my sleeve with casual ease. It took a lot of work to get here, but now it's a breeze. I got the blueprint in my mind, like my ABCs. I wanna help you free your thoughts from the sick disease. Join me on the path to the promised land. I got the GPS lock, just take my hand. You gotta heal your wounds and process all your trauma to be a Zen mother sucker like the Dalai Lama. Socrates said it without any misgiving. That in an examine life is not worth living. It takes a little introspection and self-reflection if you wanna clear your mind of the dark infection. This is how we do it and this is how we're living and this is what we're thinking and this is what we're giving as we spend our lives purposely connected to the people all around us, so love and respect. In the end, the only one to bring you peace is you. Don't wanna lose that inner peace no matter what you do. There'll be moments when you'll just have to power through, but set a high standard for yourself to live up to. Don Miguel Ruiz and Carl Rogers, J. Early, Carl Jung and Marshall Rosenberg, David Allen, Dick Schwartz, Daniel Brandon, Byron, Katie, Joseph Murphy, Gary Van Warburton. Standing on shoulders and seeing farther, taking miles and men, making it larger. Honing our blades, we're gonna get much sharper. I'm leaving on a journey, don't miss the departure.
Feeling like this world will never change. Wonder what it takes to pass the lessons learned around. Feeling like this world will never change. The new direction you need coming from inside you.
ZenWarrior, interplane master traveler, I bring peace to the galaxy. Funky alien souls heal the wounds of the metal slaves living in cages made by greed, lust, and envy. Can you feel me? ZenWarriors, time to rise. ZenWarriors, time to rise. Time to rise. ZenWarriors.